Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another lecture on reasoning ability and problem solving. In today's lecture, we will discuss some practice questions from analogy. So, let us begin. Now, before we start solving the questions, there are certain concepts that we should revise. The first concept is the difference between odd and even numbers. So, this we have already studied in primary classes. What are odd numbers? That the last digit or the units place digit ends with 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. Correct? And what are even numbers? Where the last digit is 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Then we should know what are prime numbers. Prime numbers are those numbers whose factors are 1 and the number itself. For example, if we have a number 17, the factors of 17 will be 1 and 17. That is 1 and the number itself. So you should remember prime numbers from between 1 to 100. Correct? It starts from 2, 3, 5, 7, so on up till 89 and 97. In totality, between 1 to 100, there are 25 prime numbers. Correct? There are 25 prime numbers. Then we should know the squares of at least 1 to 30. These many squares we should know. 1 to 30. So 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, so on up till 30 square, which is 900. Okay, this much information we should know. And we should know cubes of at least 1 to 20. So 1 cube is 1, 2 cube is 8, 3 cube is how much? 27, and up till we should know 20 cube, which is 8,000. So this much information we need to retain in order to solve questions on analogy, especially number analogy, easily. Okay, so let us look at question number 1. Question number 1, we have 25 and 19 and 36, and we have to find the missing term. So how do we solve questions on analogy? First, we find out the pairs, correct? The first step is to identify or find the logic being used in pair 1. Correct? Find the logic being used in pair 1. That is how the elements in pair 1 are connected. Correct? What is the relationship between the elements in pair 1? The second step is to use the exact same logic to find the missing element in pair 2. To find the missing element in pair 2. Correct? These are the two steps that we follow in order to solve any question on analogy. Right? So let us start with pair 1. Pair 1, between 25 and 19, what is the difference? I can see a relation that 25 minus 6 will give me 19. So if I do 36 minus 6, what will I get? 30. Correct? And do we have an option with 30? Yes, option number 1. So this will be the correct answer. Option number 1 will be the correct answer. Okay, question number 2. Question number 2, we have 3 and 24 and 5, and we have to find the missing term. Now, if you find the relationship between 3 and 24, 3 into 8 gives me 24. Correct? 3 into 8 gives me 24. So 5 into 8 will give me how much? 40. Correct? Do we have an option of 40? No. That means this logic is not being used. If we had an option of 40, we could tick it, but this logic is being not used. There is some other logic that is being used. Now, if I have to find the relationship between 3 and 24, okay. So what is 3 cube? 3 cube is 27. And if I subtract 3 from it, I will get 24. Correct? So basically it is this number. Let's say this is A, this is B. The logic is that A cube minus A is giving me B. Correct? This is the logic. A cube minus A is giving me B. Let us check for 5. 5 cube minus 5. A cube minus A. Correct? 5 cube is how much? 125. If I subtract 5, I will get 120. Do we have 120 in the options? Yes. Option number 3 is 120. So 120 will be the answer. Clear? So this is how you proceed with the question. We identified a logic, but using that logic, we could not find an option. So we went to a different logic. Let us revise cubes, okay? Let us revise cubes. What is 1 cube? 1. 2 cube? 8. 3 cube? 27. 4 cube? 64. 5 cube? 125. Then we have 6 cube. 6 cube is 216. 7 cube is 343. 8 cube is 512. 9 cube is 729. 10 cube is 1000. Correct? Then we have 11 cube, which is 1221. Sorry, 1331. Then we have 12 cube, which is 1728. 13 cube, which is 2197. 14 cube is 2744. 15 cube is 3375. 16 cube is 4096. 17 cube is 4913. 18 cube is 5832. 19 cube is 6859. And then we have 20 cube, which is 8000. Correct? These are your cubes. Okay. Moving forward to question number 3. Question number 3, this is the pair 1. We have to find the missing element in pair 2. So let us first identify the relation between 7 and 17. So simply this is plus 10. Correct? So if I plus 10 into certain number, it should be 40 to get 50. But do we have 40 in the options? No. So this is not the logic that is being used. Correct? So now let us look at some other logic. So if I look at the relationship between 7 and 17, I can see 7 is very close to 8. Correct? And 17 is very close to 16. What is 8? 8 is basically, this is 2 cube minus 1. And what is 16? It is 4 square plus 1. Correct? 7 is 2 cube minus 1. 17 is 4 square plus 1. So 50 is very close to 49. What is 49? 7 square. So it is 7 square plus 1. So now if you see the difference between 2 and 4, it is plus 2. So we need a number, let's say 5, to get plus 2, we will get 7. Correct? So here we will get 5. Now, this is 2 cube minus 1, so it will be 5 cube minus 1. What is the value of 5 cube? 125. If I minus 1 in it, I will get 124. Do we have 124 in the options? Yes. So option number 4 will be the correct answer to this question. Clear? Okay. Moving on to question number 4. We have 17 and missing term, and we have this pair of 145 and 195. So simply over here, I can see that the relationship 145 and 140, this is plus 50. Correct? This is plus 50. So if I add 50 into this, how much will I get? 67. Do we have 67 in the options? No. So some other logic is being used. Now let us identify another logic between 145 and 195. So if you remember, 144 is very close to 145 and 196 is very close to 195. Correct? What is 144? It is 12 square. And if I add 1 in it, I will get 145. Similarly, 196 is what? It is 14 square. And if I minus 1 in it, I will get 195. So the difference between these two numbers is plus 2. Correct? So here I have 17, which is very close to which number? 16. Correct? 16 is 4 square plus 1. 17 I will get after 4 square plus 1. So now I will add 2 in it. The next number will be 6. So it will be 6 square minus 1. So 6 square minus 1 is 36 minus 1, which will give me 35. Do we have 35 in the options? Yes. Option number 2 will be the answer to this question. Okay. Let us quickly revise squares. Okay. Squares. What is the value of 1 square? 1. 2 square? 4. 3 square? 9. 4 square? 16. 5 square? 25. Then we have 6 square? 36. 7 square? 49. 8 square? 64. 9 square? 81. And then we have 10 square, which is 100. Correct? Then we have 11 square? 121. 12 square? 144. 13 square? 169. 14 square? 196. Then we have 15 square of 225. Then we have 16 square of 256. 17 square? 289. we have 18 square, which is 324. 19 square is 361. And we have 20 square, which is 400. Then we have 21 square, which is 441. 22 square, which is 484. 23 square, which is 529. 24 square, 576. 25 square is 625. Then we have 26 square, which is 676. 27 square, 729. 28 square, 784. 29 square is 841. And then we have 30 square, which is 900. So these are your squares. These are your squares. Okay. Moving on to question number 5. Question number 5, we have 2, 6 and 12 and we have to find the missing element. So the first thing I can see, we can do plus 4. So if I do plus 4, I will get 16. Correct? I will get 16. So 16 will be my answer. Correct? 16 will be my answer, because if I do plus 4, I get 6. And again, if I do plus 4, I will get 16. So 16 will be my answer. But if I look over here, 2 can be written as 1 square plus 1. Correct? And this can be written as 2 square plus 2, because we get 4 plus 2. This can be written as 3 square plus 3. How? 9 plus 3 will give me 12. So now at this place, I can also have 4 square plus 4. So 16 plus 4 will give me 20. So 20 is also given. So my answer can be 20 also. So now I have 2 correct answers. Correct? So I have 2 correct answers. In your examination, you will get only 1 correct answer. So if 16 is there, it could be 21, 23, but it will not be 20. Similarly, if 20 is there, it could be 15, 14, 18, but it will not be 16, because we will have only 1 logic. And based on that logic, we have to mark the answer. Or if such a situation arises where you can have more than 1 logic, where you can have more than 1 answer, in that case, there will be a 5th option that will say more than one of the above. More than one of the above. It could say this, or it could say data insufficient, or it could also say data inadequate. Correct? It could say data inadequate. So either of these options you can get. In that case, you will mark this as the answer, because the data over here is not sufficient, because we are getting 2 positive answers. We should get only 1 answer. So you could get any of these options. You can also get an option that says either 2 or 3. You can get this option also. You can get it like this, either 2 or 3. So if in case you get this, you have to mark this as your answer, either 2 or 3. Okay, so this is how you approach questions on analogy. Correct? Moving on to question number 6. Question number 6, when we have larger numbers, I have told you we tend to find the difference or the sum. Correct? This is your first pair, this is your second pair. So first we will find the logic between the first pair, and then we will find the missing element in the second pair. So over here, if I find the difference 4, 8, 6, 7 and 2, 6, 4, 5. So if I subtract it, it will be 2, 2, 2, 2. That means I have added 2222 to get this number. So here also I will add 2222. So if I add 4673 and I am adding 2222 into it, okay? So this will be 5, this will be 9, this will be 8 and this will be 6. So I will get 6895. This will be the answer. This is given in option number 4. So option number 4 will be the correct answer to this question. Clear? Question number 7. Question number 7, we have 2 and 12 and 36 and we have to find the missing term. So simply this is plus 10. Correct? This is plus 10. So if I add 10 into it, how much will I get? If I add 10 into it, I will get 46. So 46 will be my answer. Correct? I can see option number 1, 46. Another logic, 2 and 12 is basically into 6. Correct? So if I do 36 into 6, 6 into 6, 36. This will be 6 3s are 18 plus 3, 19, 20 and 21. I will get 216. So this can also be my answer. Option number 1 can also be my answer based on one logic, and option number 4 can also be my answer based on another logic. So based on two logics, I can get two different answers. So what will be the answer in your examination? In your examination, it could be either 1 or 4, or you can mark data insufficient, okay, or you can mark data inadequate, or you can mark that more than one option is correct. More than one option is correct. If you get any of these options, you will mark this. Okay? Otherwise, you will have only one correct answer. If 46 is correct, this will be 215. Or if 216 is the logic that the examiner is following, then this will be 45 or 47. It will not be 46. So either you will get one correct answer only. If you are getting more than one correct answer, then you have to mark this option. Either 1 or 4, data insufficient, data inadequate, or more than one option is correct. Okay? So this is how you proceed with the questions. Correct? Okay. Moving on to question number 8. Question number 8, we have 236 and 472, and we have to find the missing term in the second pair. So what is the relationship between 236 and 472? If I multiply 236 into 2, what will I get? 6 into 2, 12, 1 will be carried. 3 into 2, 6 plus 1, 7, and 2 into 2, 4. So basically, this is multiplication by 2, correct? This is multiplication by 2. So we will multiply by 2 here also. We will multiply by 2 here also. So 123 into 2 will give me how much? 3 into 2, 6. 2 into 2, 4. 2 into 1, 5. So I will get 546 as the answer. Sorry, 2 into 1, 2. I will get 246 as the answer. And 246 is given in option number 1. So option number 1 will be the correct answer to this question. Clear? Moving on to question number 9. Question number 9, we have 15, 25, 24, and we have to find the missing term. So 15 and 25, I can clearly see this is plus 10. So we can have 24 plus 10, I will get 34. Do we have 34 in the options? No. So this is not the logic that is being used by the examiner. So now I can see 15 can be written as 3 into 5 and 25 can be written as 5 into 5. Correct? So basically we have a commonality of 5. Correct? So 15 is written as 3 into 5, 25 is written as 5 into 5. So we have a commonality of 5. And then we moved 2 positions forward. So commonality of 5 and moving 2 positions forward. So for 24, 24 can be written as 6 into 4, right? And it can also be written as 8 into 3. So for 24, we can have 6 into 4, or it can be written as 8 into 3. If it is written as 6 into 4, now 2 possibilities arise. First is we are taking 6 common. If we are taking 6 common, it will be 6 into 6 because we will add 2 over here. If we take 4 common, it will be 4 into 8. Correct? It will be 4 into 8. Similarly, over here also 2 possibilities arise. If we take 8 common, it will be 8 into 5. And if we take 3 common, it will be 3 into 10. Correct? Because we are adding 2. So in this case, it will be 36. In this case, it will be 32. In this case, it will be 40. And in this case, it will be 30. So now I have 4 possibilities. It could be 36, 32, 40 or 30. In the options, which one do I see? In the options, I can see only option number 1. So in the option, I can see only option number 1. So the missing term over here will be 40. So it will be 8 into 3. This is considered to be 8 into 3. And the next term we have taken 8 to be the common one. And we have multiplied it by 5, which is plus 2 of the previous number. So this is the logic that is being used. So option 1, which is 40, is the correct answer to this question. Clear? So in your examination, make sure to look at every possibility. Make sure to look at every possibility. Okay, question number 10. Question number 10, over here we have 24 and 27 and we have to find the missing term over here. Okay, so now very easily I can see these are all multiples of 3. One logic can be this is plus 3. So if I am adding 3, how much will I get? I will get 78. But do we have 78 as an option? No. So this is not the logic. Now let us look at another logic. 24 can be written as 3 into 8 and 27 can be written as 3 into 9. Correct? This can be written as 3 into 8 and this can be written as 3 into 9. This can be written as 9 into 9. Correct? This can be written as 9 into 9. So over here we have 3 common multiplication by 8, 3 common multiplication by 9. So now we will have 9 common multiplication by 8 and 9 common multiplication by 9. So if I put 9 into 8, what will be the answer? 72. Is 72 given in an option? Yes, it is given in option number 2. So option number 2 will be the correct answer to this question. Clear? Question number 11. We have 0, 6 and 24. So clearly this is plus 6. If I add plus 6, I will get 30. So 30 can be my answer. Correct? 30 can be my answer. This is one logic. Another logic I can see is basically, if I look at another logic, 0 is basically 1 cube minus 1 and 6 is very close to 8. So it is 2 cube minus 2. Correct? This is 1 cube minus 1. This is 2 cube minus 2. If I do 3 cube minus 3, I can get 24. How? This is 27 minus 3. This is 8 minus 2. So 8 minus 2 will give me 6. Similarly, 27 minus 3 will give me 24. So now moving forward, I can get it as 4 cube minus 4. 4 cube is how much? 64. So if I minus 4, I will get 60. So based on this logic, my answer can be option number 4 as well. So I'm getting 2 answers, either option number 1 or option number 4. So in your examination, which option will you mark? You will mark that the data is insufficient. First thing, correct? If you see this option, you will mark this. Or data is inadequate. You can mark this also if you see this in your examination. Or if you see an option of either 1 or 4. Either 1 or 4. You will mark this. Or if you see an option that more than one option is correct, more than one option is correct, you will mark this. Okay? You will mark this in your examination. Okay? Moving forward to question number 12. Question number 12, 6 and 21, and we have to find the relationship between the next pair. Okay? So in question number 12, what is the difference between 6 and 21? Between 6 and 21, the difference is how much? If I add 15, I will get it. Correct? So if I add 15, how much will I get? 18, which is not in the option. So this is not the logic. Correct? Let us look at some other logic. Now, what is the sum of 6 and 21? 6 plus 21, the sum is 27. So if I add a number in 3, let's say 3 plus 20 or 3 plus 61. Now 27 is 3 cube, right? So if I add 61, out of the given options, if I add 61, I will get 64, which is 4 cube. So the sum of these two numbers is equal to 3 cube and the sum of these two numbers is equal to 4 cube. So this is the logic that is used in this question. So answer will be option number 4, 61. Okay. Question number 13. We have 42, 56, 72 and then we have to find the missing term. So over here 42 can be written as 6 into 7. And 56 can be written as 7 into 8. This can be written as 8 into 9. So can you see the common one? 7 is common over here. 8 is common over here. So now we will have 9 common. And we are moving to the next term. 6 then 7, 7 then 8, 8 then 9. So 9 then 10. So we will get 90, which will be our answer. So answer will be option number 2, 90. Okay. Question number 4. Relationship between 13 and 16. This is simply plus 3. So here also I can do plus 3. If I do plus 3, I will get 17, which will be my answer. So answer will be 17, option number 1. Okay, moving on to question number 15. Between 0 and 2, I can see plus 2. So if I do plus 2, I will get 8. 8 is not in an option, therefore this is the wrong logic. So now let us put another logic to use. Okay, so 0 can be written as 1 square minus 1. 2 can be written as 2 square minus 2. 6 can be written as 3 square minus 3 because it is 9 minus 3. This is 4 minus 2. Correct? So similarly, I will get 4 square minus 4. 4 square is 16. If I subtract 4, I will get 12. So 12 will be my answer, which is given in option number 3. So option number 3 will be the correct answer to this question. So this concludes today's lecture. Thank you.